Now, the great challenge then is to find out how to best use the time you have left on planet Earth. Whether you're a teenager, you're a young adult, whether you're a middle-aged or senior, wherever you are, to find out how can you best live your life and use the time that's remaining. Psalm 90, verse 12, teach us to number our days aright that we may gain a heart of wisdom. You want to be able to use your days in a good way. The Living Bible paraphrases it, teach us to number our days and recognize how few they are. Help us to spend them as we should. In that parable, the three servants, that Jesus spoke about the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven, of course, means life that God has for us and his plan for us to live. And when he is king and we live under his authority and rule, we are partners and part of the kingdom of heaven. And he described our lives as Christians, as believers, to being like a man who is going away on a journey, and before he leaves, he calls his servants and entrusts his money to them. Matthew 25:14. So he took his money and he gave it to these men. He entrusted his money to these men. To the one he gave 5 talents of money, to another 2 talents, and to another 1 talent. And then notice the phrase that qualifies it, each according to his ability. And then he went on his journey. And so the money he gave to them, he entrusted it with them. And there's several principles out of this story that I want to get out of this passage and apply it to your life and to mine. And the first principle is what I call the principle of ownership. Everything I have really belongs to God. You see, the parable is really about how God has made everything, and so he owns everything. The first thing you need to grasp about your life here on earth is that you and I don't really own anything. God made it all, and he owns it all. Psalm 24, verse 1, the earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. And it's the Lord's, the world and all who live in it. Psalm 50, 10 through 12. Every animal of the forest is mine, the cattle on 1,000 hills. I know every bird in the mountains, and the creatures of the field are mine. The world is mine, this is God speaking, and all that is in it. So part of what God owns, then he gives to us, is our time. It's not our own. Every minute of our lives is given to us by God. The 24 hours that you are currently living right now, since yesterday morning at 5 to 11 yesterday morning, these 24 hours that you have been living are a gift from God. And assuming you're going to have the next 24 hours, no promises. And so every hour you live on earth has been given to you as a gift from God. Psalm 31, 14 and 15, but I trust in you, O Lord. You are my God. My times are in your hands. The New Jerusalem Bible paraphrases that every moment of my life is in your hands. Verna Winery puts it this way in a prayer. This day is yours, a shining gift from heaven. Hidden in self or used in service fine, given in trust to hold until even, this day is yours, a sacred charge sublime.